Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, May 19th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the S&SPY. We have a ton to get to. We're going to recap all three of these charts. First and foremost, the bulls should be very, very pleased with themselves. Up about $8 on the week. $7 on the week. Nice move. Inside week up. The two inside days up were very successful. I'm calling the weekly and the daily up, so that's very nice. Did we get acceptance above February's high? We got $2 above it, but we closed right around it. So again, one day doesn't make a market, so I'm not going to say they have, clear skies ahead and acceptance. But for now, let's give the bulls their due as they have a very good week. We gapped higher again today, and the gap failed. So out of 27 gaps this year to the upside, only 6 have held. That's 22.2% of the time. We do have a trend day down that holds, believe it or not. So out of 48 attempts at trend days down, 15 have held, including today. So that's 31% of the time, 31.3. What did we do today? Guess what? We basically just traded the price probe and price spike from yesterday. So that's positive for the bulls in the bigger picture. We attempted many times to get below it, acceptance below it, but we didn't. So very positive for the bulls. We did finally trade around 4,200, 8 or 9 time frames. So again, we finally put in some volume there. It took forever to lower the volume POC, whereas the TPO, which I think is 10 times more important, got lowered way earlier. We lowered TPO in H. Volume POC didn't get lowered to K. So again, better read when it happened in for the TPO. As far as the other ones go, NQ ends with a 9 wide POC, but it's not up here. I don't use N, so their POC is down at J's high, and they end with an afternoon rally high in H. And they basically traded M's range. Righty. Righty gaps higher, fills the gap, and goes triple distribution day down. They end 9 wide also at J's high with a triple distribution day down. Why do we get these trend days after having gaps high, this and that? Because it's emotional trading. Short-term traders are incredibly emotional. So that's the only reason that happened. I wouldn't lean too much on it. In other words, if we because we're trying to go up, I don't know if I would lean against these single prints on Monday for a short. We were discussing that in the room. If we don't take out for, today's low to go balance on the daily, then I don't think these single prints hold. Now, if we go and take out Friday's low and then try to rally, yeah, I would short against them. But if we don't take it out, I think there's better odds of them getting filled. Had an excellent day today. Every trade was from the short side. Made 44 points today. So 143 points on the week. So 2 weeks ago, I had my best week at 150. Today, this week, 143. All from the short side. I lost on one trade in G period, lost 2.5 points. Where did the bulk of my winnings come? Earlier in the day. Took a short for 4 points against the overnight high. Okay, when it went up there, didn't get it. Made 7 points in B period. Against the 144 a couple of times on shorts. Made 14 points in D period when we took out the IB low and started going. Made 7.5 points in E against the single prints. Again, I lost 2.5 points in G. When it went higher, I was short lower, and I guess took out F's high. I made 3 points in H on a short. And I made 1 point in J on a short. But I could have made a lot more this afternoon taking shorts and using H as my out. I didn't do it, but it could have done it. Could have even done it in M. Look at that. Never took out that afternoon rally high. So, excellent day, excellent week. No complaints. As far as destinations go for the upside, we have today's 9 wide pocket 418.71 in SPY. Then we have the afternoon rally high at 419.06. And then the single prints, they started 419.19, get filled at 80 cents. Today's high is 420.72. That is a weekly high and a poor high. and then fill in the gap at 421.22 from August of 2022. That's another trade that would have been beautiful today. I had a short entered at the overnight high when C got up there. Never got it when, and I said to the room, as soon as it was a poor high and it came in, I took my offer out. I said, boy, oh boy, that's probably a great short. Well, you think it was? We never saw it again. And that's when I started shorting D, by the way, against that overnight high. For the downside, we have today's low of 417.35, and you should have the rest of the downside ones from the other day. ES. We have our 9-wide POC at 05.50. We have our afternoon rally high at 09. And we have single prints at 10.25, getting filled at 16.25. Today's high, which is a monthly high and weekly high right now, 25.75, which is also poor. For the downside, we have today's low of 91.50. Now let's go to the charts, okay? I'm going to start off with righty like we always do. It's a 13-month balance on the monthly. Just can't get out of its own way. We're above that August of 2018 high for now, but plain and simple, it's a 13-month balance. Weekly, balance, even though it was an inside week up, never came out of their balance. So we have a 13-month balance, and we have a 10-week balance. So yes, the inside week up was profitable, but we didn't come out of balance. So the monthly is pure balance, the weekly is pure balance. The daily is up. Finally, right? It took a while, but we got up. We're one time framing up 3 days. We're above the 20 and the 50. We're below the 200. So the monthly and weekly are balanced on Russell. The weekly is up. Let's go to triple Qs. They've been exploding. Monthly clearly up. They got August high. Okay? They closed above August high. Look at the next real big target. It's three monthly highs. That's all the way up at 369. So the monthly has room to run. Monthly is up. Weekly, clearly up. One time framing up 3 weeks. Their next real target on the weekly is 347.87. So we still have room to run. Up monthly, up weekly. Daily, up. One time framing up 4 days. Now again, are we getting stretched? Of course, the market moves and it gets stretched a bit. But I saw somebody on Twitter the other day talking about exhaustion on Qs on Wednesday. Well, if you listen to that person, you got ripped apart Thursday and Friday. Let the market tell you when it's tired. How do you know the market is starting to tire? When it comes into balance. So wait for the market to come into balance. Who cares if you missed a high on a short? You'll at least have market-generated information to lean on. Think about it. So the monthly, weekly, and daily are all up. That's no sign of exhaustion to me. Wait, maybe Monday takes out Friday's low. So anyway, that's all up. And then on the ES and SPY, the monthly, yes, we took out February's high, but am I calling it up? Not necessarily yet, because we took out last month's low. So for now, I'm still calling it balance. We'll see by the end of the month how we look at it, if we do call it up or balance still. We have a chance for everything. We have a chance for an outside month up, and I can't rule out a chance for an outside month down because of how fickle this market is. But for now, purely balance, and it's an outside month up right now. Weekly is up. Came out of an inside week and out of 7 weeks of balance. The weekly is healthy. The weekly is up. What's the next target? August high, 431.73. Same on the monthly. Daily, up. One time framing up 3 days. So again, this is the gap we haven't been able to fill. We got into it, didn't fill it. That's your next target right here, August 16th of last year. So the monthly is balanced, the weekly is up, the daily is up. Got to give the bulls their due. Hey, the volume's over 100 million already. Look at that. So I don't think we'll do another 11 million in after hours. If we do, it would get into our top 10 volume for the year. Range was very small today, $3.30-something. Look, if you don't think, I know I say this a lot, but for goodness sakes, first of all, it's kind of hurtful to see that I have 1,800 subscribers and we only get 100 views. That's number one. Number two, if you're part of those 100 views and you're not in this trading room, shame on you for $30 a month. And number three, I encourage all of you people who do watch this video to tell friends that trade or thinking of trading to come check us out. So once again, I really thank you for the likes and subscribing. Have a great weekend. Enjoy, rest up, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.